Rabid is a 2019 film directed by the Soska sisters. I believe they also wrote it and produced it. It is a sort of remake of Rabid, the original David Cronenberg film. There's a reimagining in present day. It is about Rose Miller. She is a fashion designer with a bit of a disfigured face because she was in a car accident when she was young. And out of pity, her best friend Chelsea sets her up with tells this guy that she likes to ask her out. So it's like a pity date. So Brad asks her to an after party. She finds out, gets upset, and gets into another vehicle accident and becomes even more disfigured. So like a chunk of her jaw is missing. She lost a part of her intestine. And she looks like a monster in her opinion. But overall, essentially she is, depressed, living now with Chelsea until a transhumanism movement offers to give her a special, what's it called? Experimental stem cells to restore her face. It's a miracle cure. It works, and she becomes, what people would consider very beautiful. And with that, she gets confidence. She starts to be able to make designs again. And the movie's very slow. It's going for this sort of cannibalistic vampire element thing, but it's like, is she hallucinating? And I guess it kind of hides the sort of more gruesome parts of the story. However, there's like this thing going in the background where anyone that she's had blood contact with is infected, and there's like a sort of epidemic going throughout the entire city where people are becoming violent, rabies-like, and they're attacking people. This movie is very unfocused. There's a lot of like elements going on, but none of them are very pursued to the end. And then by the time the film ends, you're kind of just sitting there going like, what was the point of it? Because Rose has her wants. She wants to be a fashion designer, and she gets to do that with her new face. However, there's the cannibalism outfits that she has don't really interfere with her life. It's not like a secret she's keeping from anyone. And other stuff going on in the background isn't very focused, but it's just a way to throw in some gore and scary parts without committing. And then Rose basically finds out that yes, she has been chewing on people, and her cravings get more and more intense. And there's like this really cliche scene where she attacks a sexual harasser outside of a club, and it's very cliche because why couldn't she just go after some normal guy? It would have been a lot scarier. Anyways, Rose basically starts ignoring the violent tendencies, and then the movie abruptly ends with a half-assed twist. And this movie just feels like it doesn't have much of a story. I mean, it's got all the elements there. You got really good gore effects. Laura Vandervoort does a really good job acting wise. But is the movie scary? Not really. The movie's kind of gory, but doesn't really go anywhere. None of it just feels kind of half-assed, is what I say. And the original film, I saw it a really long time ago. I don't really remember anything about it. I've seen most of Cronenberg's films, but I don't remember too much about them because I watched them all when I was in high school. But overall, this was really underwhelming. So I give Rabid, the new one, a 3 out of 10.